Thanks for stopping by your Mobile Tech. Today I'm going to be unboxing the Samsung Gear S3 smartwatch. Now it comes in a variety of two different styles. There's the Frontier and then there's the Classic. I looked at both watches and for me I like the Classic better, so that's what we're going to unbox. So let's jump right into it. Alright, so let me get my trusty knife here. And it looks like I might not need it just yet, because right here there's a pull tab. I don't know if you can catch that. Unwrap that. Set to the side. So we left this box, and there we are. Let's see if we can get these open. And there's another one more. Okay, let's see what we got. Okay, just some packaging. And there it is. This is the charging dock. And this would be the watch itself. And it's got some packing material that you push out, keeps the shape of the band in place, and then there's another piece of protective plastic that keeps you from scratching up the latch here. But there you go. That is the Galaxy Gear S3 watch. And there's another protective layer of plastic, but I'm not going to take that out just yet. So let's see if there's anything else in here. There is. You pull this up. Nothing there. Inside here, you're going to have your charging cable. And I'm curious whether this is micro USB or USB-C. And this is micro USB. So you get a micro USB charging cable. Oh, and you have an alternative band that comes with it. So if you don't need the large band, you can go with a smaller band, and it's included. So that's nice and thoughtful. And then I'm assuming this is going to be what's commonly called the brick. And that is exactly what this is. So there's your charging brick. And further down inside, we have some documentation. Open this up. You've got your quick start guide. You've got Make It Yours, where they talk about customizing the watch with different bands. This is advertising that you can use the watch with Samsung Pay, which is really a nice feature. And this is health and safety and warranty guide. I don't think anybody even reads those things, but they're included. And there's nothing else in here. On the bottom, you have the model number, the SKU to the store. I bought this at Best Buy, the UPC code, and the serial number. Made in Vietnam by Samsung. So there you have it. You have your charging cable, your small band, your charging block or brick. Some more packaging. You have the watch itself. You have the charging dock. So this is everything that's included with the Samsung Gear S3 smartwatch, the classic version. And one thing I wanted to point out, when you do the unboxing, you should show everything that comes with it. Well, what we don't know or didn't know is that this box is actually a stand. And basically, you have a couple of parts here, the watch and the dock. So the dock fits into a perfectly shaped hole in the box, like so. And then here's that piece of rubber. I didn't know what it went for. It's just a buffer for the watch. It's trash, or you can leave it in the box. And then the magnet holds that in place. And then on the back, you just have your micro USB that plugs into the back. It's a little area you can route it through to charge it up that way. So if you want it on a stand, they've conveniently made it so that the box becomes the stand. Pretty cool. Now, as far as the specs of the watch, it has a 1.3 Super AMO LED display that's 360 by 360 pixels at 278 pixels per inch. It runs on a dual core 1 gigahertz Samsung Exynos processor. I don't know why I have trouble saying that word, but it's an Exynos processor. RAM, it comes built in 768 megabytes of RAM, and it has 4 gigabytes of storage. The battery is a 380 milliamp hour battery, and it runs on the operating system of Tizen. Tizen is Samsung's own operating system, and this is the Samsung Tizen wearable. Out of the box, it's version 2.3.2. I'm sure once you turn it on, it'll probably update to a newer version, but that's what it comes with installed, pre-installed out of the box. As far as connectivity, you have Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, GPS, NFC, and MST. People know what most of those are, but NFC is near field communication, which means that if you have this watch and something else that has NFC installed, as long as they're 1.6 inches within each other, they can transfer data, share data, and things like that. MST is magnetic secure transmission, and that's what allows the watch to now be used to pay for things at those card swiping terminals when you go to make purchases with your Visa card, MasterCard, American Express, whatever it is. It's just what makes all that work. And I thought I'd throw that out there for some people that may not know. You know, there's always new terms and new technology. And incidentally, I think that's a great thing to have because I've gone places where I forgot my wallet at home or left my wallet in the car. And instead of me having to go back out to the car, previously I could just use my phone because my phone has Samsung Pay and I could just use it anywhere there's a swipe, anywhere that takes that magnetic swipe of a card, the phone or now the Gear S3 will work. The Gear S2, incidentally, I have that here. The Gear S2 is this one. I like the watch a lot, but it couldn't do that. And there's a couple other changes too, like the charging. This is a magnetic dock, whereas before on the S2, you had its own dock that you popped off, and then you'd plug into this, and then this would snap into the back of this. The only good thing about the S2 was this dock can hold its own charge, so it's almost like having a spare battery if you ever needed it. You could put it on there, but you can't wear it while that's on there. So I think they've done improvements with this over this. What else can I say about the watch? It has Ip68 Resistance, which means that it can be submerged, completely submerged in 1.5 meters or 4.9 feet of water for 30 minutes without compromising the integrity of the watch before the seals give out or water starts to get in there. So I don't know where you would be that you'd be in water 5 feet deep continuously for 30 minutes. It's not a scuba watch, so I wouldn't recommend you doing that. The case is 46 inches and the band is, 46 millimeters, I'm sorry. And then the band is 22 millimeters. And the good thing about that is if you have a watch, like, you know, I do a lot of construction and working on my house and things, so I've got a G-Shock. Now, I don't know for sure, but I'm assuming this is a 22 millimeter band. You could put this band on this watch. As a matter of fact, you can put any 22 millimeter band on this watch. If you find one out there you think looks nice, you want to pop it on here, maybe even a metal one. This is leather, but if you want to get a metal one, you can. You just pop it on there. Previously, bands were proprietary on some of the smartwatches, so you had to have a band that was made by that company for that watch. But they're getting away from that, and they certainly have with this one. I like that. The overall size of this is 46 millimeters by 49 millimeters by 12.9 millimeters. Why anybody would want to know that, I don't know. It's just one of the specs, and I thought I'd throw it out there. It also weighs 57 grams. And like I mentioned earlier, they make another version of this called the Frontier. The Frontier main difference is it has LTE antenna and hardware. So if you want to connect this to Verizon, Sprint, T-Mobile, AT&T, Cricket, whatever you have as a carrier, then you would need the Frontier because the Classic doesn't do that. The Frontier gets its own phone number and its own, way of communicating and get its own text messages. So you can text message the phone you can text message the watch directly because it'll have its own phone number on its own plan on the carrier. The Classic doesn't work that way. You basically Bluetooth this to your phone, and then you share information between your phone and the watch. I just like it better than the Frontier. Maybe some of you think differently. And if you do, feel free to comment, and you can rant and rave, give me suggestions, ideas. Any of that is welcomed. I'm not one of those who thinks that they're all perfect and they can't accept any kind of input. So please leave comments. Also, like and subscribe, share the video if you like. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for stopping by your Mobile Tech. Have a wonderful day.